So,
So get off the phone, you fucking fag, get off the phone.
see? What's going on, people? David Durang here, No Frontier. So it's time to vent, but before I vent, let me give you some backstory. So originally I am from New York City, but I left in 06, came back last year or so, and started living back in New York. And you know, and what I'm going to discuss in today's video is some of the reasons why when people leave New York, they don't want to come back. Forget everything else you hear. So since yesterday, I was a little aggravated because I went to court downtown. It's on 66 John Street towards the financial district by Wall Street and all those places down there. So I went. And the reason I went to court to fight the ticket was since being here, let's say I've definitely been here over a year. So I've been back for like 14, maybe 15 months going on. So from the time I moved back, I got 8 tickets, and then it's crazy. And then if you add up all the years, I lived in upstate New York, Georgia, Alabama, and then 1 year in Jersey. If you add all of that up, I'm maybe looking at 2 to 3 tickets in 14 years or so, 13, 14 years, compared to 1 year getting 8 tickets over here. So that's crazy. 1 year compared to 13, 14 years. All right, so the other tickets, when you go online and you try to fight it and then you give your evidence, it seems like nowadays when you go online, they deny it and make you pay regardless. So I said, let me go in person with pictures showing that, I was in the right. And I'll simply tell you what it was. So the registration was expired. I got the new registration and it was in the window. So they could see the new registration in the window. They also saw the old one next to it. But the ticket said it was improperly displayed. But the point is they're able to see the new one on the window. So I brought the pictures of it from inside vantage point in the car, seeing the window, and the outside seeing the window. So it'll be no problem, and they'll understand that it's my car, and the VIN is on there and everything like that. So I go see the judge. Then after that, they told me wait about 2-3 minutes to get a decision. So
get off the phone, you fucking fag, get off the phone.
see, and that's what you see. Perfect. That's what you got to do with something crazy. I was about to slap him with this lock right here. But so anyway, yeah. So then I wound up having to pay, even though it said that even though I showed proof that I was good. So no matter what these days, they'll make you pay for the ticket, no matter if you show proof or not. I don't know if because they lost so much revenue from the pandemic that they're making you pay anyway. All right, fast forward today. Now, another thing, I made a video before about my motorcycle, and I was giving advice to people, and you should see the video. I was giving advice to people on how they should park their motorcycle if they're in New York. Now, clearly, my motorcycle could fit in between any of these cars, but you have to kind of think it through of where you're going to park, because you have to make sure the other cars have space to get out, or make sure that it has a rear view camera, so at least they can see you before they knock your bike over. All right, so 2 days ago, I noticed, here's my bike right here. I noticed that someone backed up and broke all of this. So it's supposed to come out here. They broke this. I saw this on the ground. And then this, where the spark plug is, this was out. So that looks deliberate. So even I was like, you know what? Let me give the benefit of, see, the reason I thought it was deliberate, because this spark plug wire is out. Because I'm thinking, if someone backs up and they have a hitch, like I have on my Pathfinder, if they back up and the hitch breaks, this I get it. But how did this pop out? It's not light to come out, right? So someone forcefully took that out. But I still gave the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, I don't know what happened. So now today, as I came out, the cover of the motorcycle, the back of it was off. Because since that situation, I was like, you know what, let me start using the cover more. You know, maybe the person didn't see me, or maybe just make it harder for the person to do what they're going to do. So I said, let me put the cover on. So I put the cover on, came out today, the back of the cover was off. So I said, I know I clicked it very well where the back is not supposed to come off. Because if it's very windy and you don't click it, the back will fly up. You know, it's happened before when I was living in Brooklyn. But what happened was, besides it being flipped up, this hose right here, this small hose, was like on the ground a few blocks away. That hose was on the ground, so I had to connect it. So when you have your bike, you can switch. This is off, you switch the fuel on, and this is like reserve. So if you feel your bike is running, you know, low on gas, you switch to the reserve, and you're able to drive a distance to be able to fuel back up. So that's why you have that. That hose was off on the ground. So now I know it's deliberate. So I put that back, and then I was like, you know what, let me ease, you know, I don't know what else they did. Let me drive, you know, smooth. So I go to the gym, then I saw that fuel was leaking when it was time to start back up. There's a hose underneath here. It's gonna be hard to see. Because I was just following where the fuel was dropping. Apparently, I guess there's a cap that blocks the fuel from coming down.
Oh, he's on my feet.
So they must have taken that off. They must have taken it off, and now when I drive, the fuel comes out. Now, luckily, the gym is not that far. So as I was pretty much bleeding fuel, I just turned the fuel off, and the bike's still gonna stay on for a while. And I got here without losing all the fuel. So now I have to park a few blocks from my house, and because I'm not gonna be in town tomorrow, so I'm gonna put the cover, put the lock, and then we'll start over again. You know, I'm 3 blocks away. That should be good. There's other motorcycles right here, you know, parked. It should be like a motorcycle friendly, or it should confuse the person, especially if it's not deliberate, if it's my vehicle or not. Another thing I'm gonna do is get a new cover. And I suspect it is a gentleman who knocked over my bike by accident, and I have a small dent, and then I kind of like scratched the mirrors. So I bought more, and then even back here, the light, this was in perfect condition. Hold on. See my light right here? It was in perfect condition, and then when he dropped it, it went down. So I bought new lights, and I have mad new parts. I just got to put it on. I just had to vent a little bit, because especially yesterday was pissing me off with the ticket, and now this motorcycle. I don't know who's doing it, but it has to be the gentleman who originally knocked over my bike. But I'm gonna keep my eyes open and go from there. But these are some of the reasons. Like, I would have never dealt with this situation with the motorcycle where I was living. I would have never dealt with getting so many tickets. Like, it's just an on and ongoing thing. So let me know down in the comment section, what do you think about what I'm saying right now? And I'll catch you on the next one. If you have any travel questions, let me know down below. I'm here to answer.